What is going on, Summoners? We're back here today with another Champion Deep Dive. Today, we're talking about Deathless Thanos. You've waited a long time for this one, so now it's time to get into it. Thanos enters the contest after a long reign in deep space, granting him immunity to Cold Snap, Frostbite, and Poison effects. The first time Thanos loses a multiple of 25% of his max health, he gains a 40% protection passive for 2 seconds. This is paused during the opponent's special attacks and is unaffected by ability accuracy modification. Now, Thanos gains 1 necrotic energy when landing a hit. As a defender, he gains 2 when his opponent strikes him or his block. He starts each fight with an indefinite 15% energize buff. This is increased by 0.5% flat per necrotic energy, and when this energize is removed or prevented, it restores itself after 8 seconds. And for every 10 necrotic energy he would gain, Thanos gains a counterpunch charge for 24 seconds, maxing out at 2 stacks. These charges are consumed to go unstoppable when blocking a basic attack that isn't well timed, and on the final hit of special attacks. If Thanos would gain a counterpunch charge while at max stacks, he instead gains an unstoppable passive for 3 seconds. Gaining unstoppable inflicts a panic debuff for 5 seconds. Panic prevents miss and evade. Also, interrupting the opponent's attack with a heavy or, while unstoppable, grants 5 necrotic energy, and pauses personal Furies and armor shattered for 8 seconds. Now, charging a heavy after landing a non-combo ending attack inflicts a stun passive for 0.75 seconds. Each hit of his heavy either pulverizes 1 armor up effect or inflicts an instant corrosion if no armor is present. Corrosion deals physical damage increased depending on if the opponent's armor rating is reduced. And on the final hit, or when canceling this attack with a special 1 or 2, he consumes 30 necrotic energy to inflict a non-stacking armor break debuff and an armor shatter debuff for 16 seconds. Now, let's check out his special attacks. On activation of his special 1, he gains a Fury buff for 16 seconds, and each hit following has a 40% chance to grant an additional Fury. Also, he consumes 20 necrotic energy if he has 20 or more. If energy was consumed in this way, the chance is 100% instead. After the final hit, he gains a non-stacking Genesis passive for 10 seconds, allowing Thanos to passively regenerate 2% of all damage taken by the opponent. With the special 2, some projectiles in this attack are nothing but a bad dream. The real ones have a fiery glow and ignore 80% of the opponent's block proficiency and armor rating. Each hit inflicts a 50% corrosion debuff for 8 seconds, and consumes 15 necrotic energy to apply 2 additional debuffs. As a defender, Thanos consumes 10 necrotic energy to start a 0.75 second timer when the opponent dodges backward during this attack. Dodging again while it's active inflicts an instant corrosion. The Special 3. The first time this attack is used, Thanos increases his maximum necrotic energy by 20. He also gains 1 more energy when striking the opponent with medium attacks. And he inflicts an indefinite corrosion passive, maxing out at 10 stacks. Now, let's check out his signature ability. When awakened, at the start of his first fight each quest as an attacker, he gains up to 30 necrotic energy. This does not grant counterpunch charges and cannot happen again until his teammates win a fight. Also, his personal effects expire up to 40% slower and gain up to 100% increased ability accuracy, scaling with necrotic energy. And his personal protections gain up to plus 1% flat potency per necrotic energy. Now, let's take him out for a spin in the champion rotation. To begin, perform your heavy to consume your starting energy and inflict your armor shatter debuff. From here, strike the opponent to build back your necrotic energy. Passing a multiple of 10 will grant a counterpunch charge, and you'll gain more charges if you attack the opponent while unstoppable. Once you pass 20, use your special 1 to gain your Furies. Build back to another while utilizing that counterpunch to keep your effects paused, and then launch again to max out your Furies at 8 stacks. Take advantage of your Genesis passive to regen 2% of the damage dealt to the opponent. Then, make your way up to Special 2, building energy, and then launch to inflict your Corrosion debuffs and watch the opponent melt before your eyes. Now, in a shorter fight, you probably won't need to max out those Furies. So, after your first Special 1, just rush up to your Special 2 and remind the opponent why Thanos is inevitable. Also, that panic debuff when Thanos goes unstoppable can be very useful for countering both miss and evade. So, make sure to consistently keep that counterpunch going in matchups where you need that utility. And hey, keep in mind, his Armor Shattered reduces the ability accuracy of armor up effects by 200%. So, you won't need to worry about armor ups against those pesky tech defenders, allowing you to repeatedly launch those specials and profit from the big yellow numbers and massive damage over time. Thank you for watching this champion deep dive for Deathless Thanos. And hey, if you enjoyed the video and want to see more, click subscribe, like, comment, and share. And if you haven't already, join the official Marvel Contest of Champions Discord and come discuss. And remember, we'll see you in the Battle Realm.